It's another K-Town beat.
YouTube, it's your boy, Mr. Outliner. I'm back. Hey, always like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know how we do it. Today I got the light drop fade with waves. He got some waves up here. It's going to be a drop fade because we're going to start our guideline at a drop. And it's going to be a light fade because we're not going to ball it out. So I call it a light drop fade, shadow drop fade, low drop fade. I don't know. It's a fade though. So it's dropped. So that's what we doing. So look here. This is how I'm starting my guideline. I'm going to show y'all close up how I'm doing this. The whole video. So that's the first thing you want to do. And you make your first guideline all the way around just like that.
And now for something completely different.
So after that, we take our one guard. We're going to close it like almost all the way. He wanted wavelength, like a 1.5. But with these, this is like more like a one guard to get that 1.5 look. So you want to take that and you want to use that all the way around the head. Now, me, I kind of start from the back of the head and start mine because you can control the swirl that way. I like to start from the middle point of the swirl and work my way, up into the sides and down. So I just follow the hair pattern. If you see what I'm doing here, I'm just following the hair pattern. And that's all you have to do all the way around the head, and then you can start the fade.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, now I got something I want to show you. I want you to look at the front of his hairline. Now, sometimes you have to comb the hair out and look at what you're doing. You see he has a swirl in the front also. So what you want to do is comb it in the direction that the hair grows and then cut it down in that direction. So his hair is going to the side, and you see how I'm cutting to the side. I'm following the flow pattern of the hair, not to mess up or make the swirl look like it has a bald spot or it's too light. So you have to be careful with it. You see that? So, and on this other side, it's going down. So when you're dealing with a swirl or cowlick, different people call it different things in different places. When you're dealing with that, you want to take your time with it, and you just want to follow the flow pattern of the hair. If it gets still not laying down the way you want it or look the way you want it, then you just do like clip over comb or just use scissors, shears over comb, and get the same, do the same thing, but make it lay down a little better. So for me, I just know how to angle my guard, my clipper to manipulate what I'm trying to do without doing those steps. But I wanted to show you that quickly so you can understand how to deal with swirls. If you don't know how to deal with swirls or cowlicks, that's how you do it. Then next, we're going to take our half guard, right? We're going to take our half guard, and I'm going to open it just a little bit. I want to create my next guideline with it. Now, watch. We're going to create our next guideline with it. We're going to come up just a little bit. And you see where I'm putting the comb at? That's how high you want to bring the next guideline. And you want to work with it. And a lot of stuff I do, I'm doing it off muscle memory. So sometimes I might change the lever in between without saying it. But for the most part, this is how I approach it, right? So you can see I'm making a little guideline there, and if the guideline is not close enough for you, or it's not being defined enough, then close it even more to get the look that you want, right? So you want to be able to see those guidelines. Now you see it. I got the first one where it's light. I got the second guideline, the third. Now I'm just gonna work on removing the guideline that I made prior to this. You just want to fade it out until you get that all the way clean, and then you want to go to the next guideline.
And now for something completely different.
And then here I have my zero guard, right? This is the zero guard. And you just want to adjust it however. I opened it up just a little bit from being closed. And I just want to work the rest of that line out. So this is a gradual thing. So I made the first guideline with no guard. Then I came up with a one guard and made the second guideline. And I used that same one guard to start removing the first guideline that I made with no guard. And I'm going to work myself all the way down. So I used a half guard because I'm still trying to get rid of that first guideline that I made. And if the half guard doesn't take it away, then the next thing that you do, you use no guard again, and you open it and you smooth it out until you gradually work the lever down until the line is gone. But remember, we never started out bald, so you don't want to go all the way close. So you just want to, work your way through it. If you have to go, like, use the corner of your blades and pull the skin. You see my thumb? I'm pulling the skin at the top of his head. Remember to always do that and comb the hair down, and you'll get a smooth transition. You see how that line is gone already, and I'm using the corner of the blade. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Use the corner of the blade and it will come out. After you get that smooth, then you can go to the next guideline. You see that? So that's all we have left to remove is that last guideline that we created. Now the next guard that we're using here is the 1.5, and I'm going to use it open. We're going to open it up, right? And we're going to stay on the guideline, just on the guideline. You don't want to do too much, right? You see where I'm pointing at? You want to stay right there on the guideline and work it out. So you start it halfway open, and then you go close, and then if that's not working, you go down to the one open to close till you remove the guideline. The steps are continuous. It's all a pattern. So if you stay in a pattern, you're gonna get the results that you're looking for. So just continuously work on it that way. Just remember your steps, remember the process, keep going until you fade it to the point to where you like it. Remember to pull the skin, use the corners of the blade. Now for this haircut, I only showed one side of the head because I want you to understand the whole fading method. I didn't really want to add the other side and not talk through it and just add stuff. So you see I'm coming back now. I got the one guard, the same thing I was telling you before, because I need to remove that line. So like I said, I'm just showing you one side. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, let you watch what I'm doing, and then we're going to go straight to the edge of it.
And now for something completely different.
for the lineup, I want you to look at it, pay attention to it. One side is higher than the other side. That's okay. We want to start from the middle, from the highest point on one side and bring it over. That's what we want to do. So to me, I need to bring this side, the left side of the screen, the right side of the screen needs to come over to the left side of the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some holding spray on it, spritz, whatever you want to call it. They got different things that you can use. Tresemme, Frozen, Stiff. I don't know what brand this is I'm using, but it's a brand I'm using, right? So after you spray it on, you comb the hair down. Now look at this. Like I said, that's high over there, and this is lower right here. So he kind of holding his head kind of crooked a little bit, but I can see it. I can still tell where it's at. So what I want to do, I want to start from that middle point from being high, and I want to bring it over to where it meets up. So watch what I do here. Straighten his head out a little bit, and I just come, I tap, and I go, right? You see what I'm doing here? So you see that? Take your time, bring it all the way across, and you'll get it. You see that? Boom. Now, on the other side, on the right side of the screen, you can tell where his hairline really is. Some of his hair is just hanging over. So you just want to go up just a tad bit, right? We don't even, I can make sharp lines without enhancements, but it's his birthday. He wanted the birthday cut. Gonna get him right. So anyway, you make that line straight across. See that? Try to get it as straight as possible, not too much, just enough to where you can come back and detail it later, right? So take your time with it. Try not to push them back. Everybody's going to have a different opinion on what's a pushback, what's not a pushback, whatever, right? So that's what we're doing. So you see that? Boom. Now, come along to the side. You do the same thing. Take your time with it. Try not to push them back and take your time. And the secret to giving a good lineup is just actually taking the time to find the low and high points and visualizing exactly where you want to put the line and how it should look in your mind, right? And try to stay towards the natural hairline. Everybody's natural hairline is not correct. Every forehead is not flat where you can box it perfectly, all those type of things. So you see right here on the side, I make 2 points. I start here from the top. I'm on his natural line, right? And then I come from the bottom and I connect those 2 points, right? So, like I said, this is me visualizing and taking my time to what I want to do. And I'm also using the corner of the trimmer to get my sharpness, right? You see that? Now, you can make sharp lines all day without enhancements. So look at that. Remember this now. So when I use the enhancements on them, it's going to enhance it. That's what it's for. So remember that enhancements, that's what they're for. People want it. Don't be against it. If somebody asks you for it, go ahead and learn how to use it. I'm going to show you what brand I use. Now, on this side, we're going to turn them around. We're going to do the exact same thing. You see, I'm starting from that same middle point. That middle point is my guideline, right? And I'm just taking my time and I'm looking at it to make sure it lines up with the other side. Now, this side was a little bit more to work with. It was easier for me to work with it. The line was pretty much natural. Now, look right here. You want to make sure you're not pushing his hairline back. You see where I put it at? Boom, there it is. Sharp lines, no enhancement. Lines are still sharp. Same thing with the sides. Same method, same formula. That's why I'm telling you, keep your same method, keep the same process, and everything will come out right. Now, we got the edge up, the front of it pretty much done. So let's jump into the enhancements. Now, the enhancements that I use is called Gold Fiber. It's a natural fiber. It makes your haircut look natural. Now, the other part about looking natural, this is a dark brown. This is not black, jet black, none of that. The color of the fiber has to match the hair color, hair type. I take it, I put it inside an atomizer. You can get the atomizer. I'm going to leave this stuff in the description of the atomizer I'm using, and also where to get these fibers from that I use because they're natural. Make sure you get a black, a dark brown, a medium brown, a light brown, and you should have everything covered. They also have a gray, but I haven't tried that one yet. So, getting ready to put it on the lineup. You want to look for the lighter spots, and that's kind of what a cowlick was. We just doing it to sharpen it up. Now, you see that dark brown? It's not, it matches his hair color. You see that? It's not, now it looks natural. Sometimes when people use enhancement, it doesn't look natural, and that's why some people don't like them because they don't know how to make it look natural. Me, I know which hair color and what hair fiber to use to make it look natural. Now, tell me that don't look natural. You come back, you put the hair fiber on, you come back, you hit them with the holding spray, and then you sharpen everything up.
And now for something completely different.
Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And like I said, picking the right color hair fiber is going to have a major effect on if it looks natural or not. A lot of times, us as barbers, some barbers, I've done it before, I'm sure, pick the wrong enhancement to enhance the person with, where we could have made it look a little bit more realistic than we did. But that's okay. Everything is a learning process. So everything is not going to always be perfect. We try to be. We human. Things happen. People like to judge you, like to pick out your faults, but that's okay too. When you put yourself out there, that's what it is. Now look at that fade. That's nice. Drop fade. Look at that. Blendo. Perfecto. Masterpiece. You dig? Anyway, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Outliners, you know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.